Well, busu ayama wache na yama akwabe na medase se odu afidie na to Adom TV sanso te enka wasempa 94.7 FM. Mimi de dru say na Nnawotwi enya aba na Nnawotwi dwumadi na yesi nkonya na donhwere mienu eda yanimu no. Nsem a akoso Nnawotwi mu a edi se yesanso etena se na yedwendwen hu bi no. Yedi sa dwumadi yede ebrel enti stay with us ewa Adom TV sanso asempa 94.7 FM. Obra edi dwumadi yedi free ye studios ha 355 Fanofa Street ewo kokomlemle ene eye July bosomne de toso miensa na se bosomi ya toso nsia na yakogu amayewura the 7th month of the year 2021 kakra ye koye ni mu a ene sa anapa dwumadi no ani bedane kakra isa se enyem nko a ena me bedi dwumadi no ho achia me anapa mene menua akwasi asempa ena ebedi dwumadi no ho cham kwasi apomboko de
siga asomdwe nkan
enkan kwasi bibi aboko
enra na jo bisi ohun baabi o
sa enyamia enyamia
sa
wala busana pay nkoma dapono so no yade ehuhia pa na Nnawotwi niam bebre akoso na yepesa yehwe mob actions, military brutalities and the likely effect on our security asoja for etu ebronkofo ene nipa ekabo mu abro wamunyanku nipa ene sunsuaso a ede ba woman ye bible ho ensem so now mami ntwa foni nkyerɛw ene na Nnawotwi pepepe ena abrantie bi efre no Ibrahim Muhammad a efre no Kakamato ewo adwira nipa bonfo bi ahamache ebra wo bafie wo mo eche ne motorbike so ne fie nanim ha ebro no mani pra emu eden in fact otorumum kra ama yede ne koto adwira government hospital memenda kwasiada adwada ena abrantie no efri mu abrantie no free mu no ebrada yakwa kosie no yekosi abrantie no wo mo ba no mebunu no na mo bu afu pa enti na approach for episode mo hwema komie anasumdwe eba ne sa no soja for de ho magin etutu tuo ema wo hwe video ye da sisi eda TV so sisi ya etutu tuo ma nipa mienu de wo mo pra wo mo hwere wo mo nkwa nipa mienu ehwere wo mo nkwa na asem no ani enyan pa wo mo hwere wo mo nkwa nipa mienu Abdul Nazir Yusuf and afi Mutala Muhammad nipa nan so pra emu eden ma yede omkogu adwira government hospital na wo hwe dwuma asojafo no bedi ewo adwira ho ene kwan a wo fa so etutu tuo enye rubber bullet enye tear gas emom live ammunitions etu a ekum sojani etimi ebukotoje na de tuo no akyere ne koko na ye say we take aim na pain na odasani eda ho nipa mienu ehwere wo mo enkwa enu twa mu no ase ye wia ye bekwa ahoma no so na ta akotwetwe nkomo but enu ante ankoda kora ana wa enso so awerɛho sɛm wo hwɛ video a wo hwɛ a nipa na tu aka na ye twe na se ede ne kɔ no wo hwɛ a nipa na tu aka na ye twe na se ede ne kɔ no ne ye kɔ so wa nso so ye se mobile phone na yera asodafo atipa pai wo mo bro amanfo obi o mbehia obi ano wo mo ebo plus there's another video which is trending on social media and also so meyi de akyerɛw but ma me nkɔ ahoma no so na me ne Erastus Asare donko wono de etuai eto na nam na so ho wogina hobi a nani esem a ohun ne ekɔ so enyina Erastus no akwaba
eje so menia
bibi abɔkɔ de
Adom
Kumasi bɔkɔ anapai
Yankopo Adom
ya de nyame ase wo de na wogina mfimfini pa uhunu ne ekɔ so anapai for obi a wanhunu ne ekɔ so eye ebnada no ede ba no wuku ada so no boyemu ne ekɔ so ewadwira Rastus
yo ye kopie ho be se nondu na nondu no na edom a na egu eye adwira high street ne so no na nya asem ketwa na yenya ntie so omo free esie omo kosie kaka a omo ba enti abufuo na abufuo mba no already no na edika te se na police omo kosie na musie ho no police for water cannon ne tunsu hie no eba ho ama omo toto abo ne ade egbo mu ma police for ni yifri ho enti na abufuo na abufuo no saa na omo de be P street ne so nti bi yeduru ho no na ye ye kra ye car na ekopie ho no omo se ma cameraman bi e ma ho if you say time omo hia say wo say ye ka omo say mom time kaka amanfo send no message so mbekunu omo bo no omo anya media fo am omo anka omo asema mom to omo hia camera bi aho eti ye ka no kom do omo sabom ne ade sa di abrantie ba ko ka omo wu no ho ono na de hausa ka kire omo say omo nya abotre na ya base be ye adwuma omo nya eme anya adwuma na omo ka mo down sa abrantie no na di ye chi saa ko si so wu ye eti ye no omo na nam street no so na ye bi kukura ma kuntima e bi kukura sekan e bi kukura abo but me hu se obi kura etuo anabia eti omo gusua omo ye dede fa kwantempon no so ene omo kasa se eniema ha omo na omo ka adintina wo mu kunu adintina wo so omo kunu abrantie no no obo ho ban okan asem maye adintina mu kunu eti eno no saa na omo kasa na ede nam kwantempon no so saa na yeba eti ebedru filling station bi a ewo ekwan no so ho no eho na MPP dan bi a omo ankasa omo si ayete sa pata na omo abo no apenti na MPP kale na omo bubu ni nyina tugu fom na egu so ayeba nti kwantempon no so na omo ko back and forth sa ti kwansi ni hu se sojafo eba sojafo no omo ye enson enan edi animu omo kurekratu na police for water cannon near Tunsusie no eno so eka omo ho na miensa awachiri na military pickup operation covid ya twere ho operation covid eno so di achiri na eba in fact soldier for almost free kanum na omo formation 9 wani musa na omo start say omo di tu ni hwewiem na omo clock na omo start toto ti na omo to hwewiem sa ti between yen any woman no na kwan dantemu and between against the demonstrators no so na kwan dantemu to share distance free baby a soldier for no tutu no e ba baby a protesters no wona e kwan dem pa fa say be kwansin ba ko enti omo tutu tu no sa na me katre abante no di ekine na me camera team no ne say ba hu bi pe ahwe omo tutu na fa na baby omo tutu no fa ahwe bi be kan to omo me amfo nko abosan bi so ho ti abosan bi a omo nya si wie ne edirimi kafoi kujina soro ene ye twa ne ekoso in fact abuba no ujina esoro ho kra ne ejina no na enye safe because ote sa abuba ne nam ho sa hwon sa transformer bi a esi yenim sa abuba ne bi kopim mu a afi bom tokuro na diesel ewu mu nyina etugu fom eti ho de na ehu pa ti yanim ho a na ehu se omo tutu no na abranche baako ejina omo kan demonstrators no ho no mu dwane no omo start fire warning shot no mu dwane ti yanim ho na ehu se tu aka no the boys na try so mbetwe no na still ano na soldier for no fire tu no nti no na o yeso oben na na asako na chikaka na finally o master carry no betam no to no ko ho eti yen ni mo hu se moja gugu street num sa afi hu se tu aka ba kon so abrosan na ejina so no na se ho sa omunumuni koto the other side eti fad na ni enyan samri na still na tuo no kosa
well empty say o share TV a o share Adom TV a abrantie no na atu aka na ni nua ba kwa wo she green wa ba betam no e de na omomia mienu wa betam no a wo de no e kwa no raso sto so ma me
nti soldier for na fe dru ba bi no na omu bunkotoje ba ko bunkotoje sa no a emutu no ato afere na is a bullet no fly fa ba bia e kofa ba bia nam nipa omu gauge direct nipa no mato etinip na nipa ni na adwane chese o he street so obi adwane bi akogina etire do ho a na bi so akogina etire do ho a eti soldier for no hu say nipa ndeda for mojane ade na no mkotena omka no na tipa omkoi eti ansa na yen yetimi asia aba fom I ba for my son, you be who say a branch and I know dear chia or protect you know. Or no, the tune can wabrosana so that time they know because Nemo Jani go on na anode. You follow if you walk on the nice demonstration name Washington. As a nipa na oma prepare na omo amawuru na manfo aye serious wo ho. Enti that demonstration na hwete nti omo at time nipa na call Ejura government hospital ho. Enti ho na dom ni nyina koku ya omo hwe se hwan na ewu hwan na hiamoa enom ne ade a ejegina hwa. Enti ubusa ya saa na ade no ekosi ye.
Okay, Erasmus answer na ode ebe call hospital ho no. Police reporter ebae and ye di kan no omo kire say demonstrators no omo de akode to say etuo ne ekeka ho enu nti na nam so ma so da fo no so atutu utuo no wona na ugina ho uhu bibi sa
se me ka se mi hu se obi kratu emra omo started demonstration no a de be pieta ma soja fo no ba mu a na me yetrofo na hu so bia kratu eniema na ekwekwa omo sekan and the jack knife and getting bi ebi kura omo kontima na ebo basa me kasa me hu se obi kura etu form bia free demonstration time a besi time a soja fo no bae na me yetrofo no bi enkura me hu so bi ekura tu na man te so bia so tutu free crowd room etu eto ho no nyina na from soja fo no side ho etututu ni nyina ho na free.
Okay, eti mudi akire ekọ government hospital ho no na nipa dodo sen na prepare na wa mutibia mu eti sen hospital ho.
In fact, hospital ho na ni nyan. Omo accident and emergency center na kitikiti bi. Na space ho ni so na dom no so asa ba pini ho bebre bi ma wura dem ho ntina doctors na kwa nya omo ku twabre kwa no mahwe nipa no bed se wo ho ni nyina ayema na bi dida form ba ko ana etu na kan mfim sa na oda form na omo hwe no omo di nsuo ni ade esi ne so na mienu na ewu no so ba ko da stretcher so na omo de ntoma kata ne so ba ko so da form na omo de ntoma akata ne so na ba ko no etu ne kan ne sirem abubu ne sire dompe no ono so eda stretcher so we inside ho na omo so doctor for ni gina na so tenten na omo a ebehwe ya omo collapse e do omo abegu ho omo so ti dem ho aye ma a wunya ba bi kure nyina chechire no na nipa na ho no so muslimi tradition no so omo ekusi to omo ye se omo pese omo kusi the doctors na fa body no ema omo wantwi kakra because na doctor for no so omo pese omo free process for because omo ntimi infa body ni ma eye ewu a aso obi na atutu akun na o say eye autopsy o say eye niema bi asa na omo de muna ma so omo so ejira ho kakra ma boys no bufu ye dede okwana no ansa na doctor na so onya process for no omo so omo ntimi ma entino ene omo fa mu onso ntimi nkipu amu no ho nto omo mefa nko enti amu no mbefa koye no ansa na dom no dodo na di amu na chi ekoye nti ma hospital ho ye clear kaka fe hu se doctor for no nya kwan eye omo adwuma no mne ade nti fi ho ko ne de na se dom na kodidi afie ni mo omo dware omo awuo no ekekere omo ho ye awufu osom ama omo na omo akosie but na boys no ebi so wo street ne so a moja ebubu street ne so no ana omo gina ho na ye bufu kasa no ne ade a mo kasa se ade ne nya de ebetwa fi sa ban pese ebetwa de a encha omo adwen se soja fo no bai se omo ba be boban na bi a omo kasa che omo na so omo betutu akum bi aka ho de ene na ade no ntwa ti kasa sa na fi ekoso a ko si se nwumre no obia mo ko sie wie no obia ko fie yenyane ntie se muslimi leaders no ene omo kasai ahemfo no ene omo kasai so bia ma na kuma to ne yem dodo na panyifo no ba mu omo ne youth no kasai na ma akiri ejo kra afi yente ho asem
Erasmus ma yenko na mesa ba ho bio omo hwere omo busuafo no wɔn kasae afei Dr. Penia or World Drug Government Hospital wɔn nso so kasae yɛn kɔ ne yɛn kɔhwɛ yɛ ba na afei menu aba bɛwi Erastus.
So.
Minua bema na omudi ka kofi kokun no enti meso meti se etu aka wo mo no na medi mirika e ba hospital be hwe eye no kre mi wura ho na nipa 4 na egu ho no
etu nua ne kaka
me pa cho minua ne kaka
say na wo feel say no win say
ba bia mi gina metimi atu ahwe awu ba bia condition no wo no de mi hu ye no metimi ahwe ho awu efi se soja fo na omo ye adwuma no enya sa na soja eye adwuma nya soja adwuma na omo ye no wo ye soja ni no esese wutustuo ekosoro entum hwe fem obi ya nkura tuo omo kura aba na omo ye demonstration ohene kasa kire omo tie omo kosie ba obi a ebe ha no efi se de omo si hu ye no eye wo omo ya obia ne dihye ohwere ne dihye sakaka ebe ya ne ya ena dihye ya hwere wo mo mienu so aka ho yidie.
So this is the sister to the man whose death triggered all this protest, and she says she's very sad at the moment. She can collapse any moment because she's been there. What he has seen, the death of the people because of her brother's death, is so much a burden for her to carry. And she is speaking about the military intervention. He thinks that's not...
You, police commander, you claim that when the incident happened, you were the people, the police security, the security personnel, you were the people who went to our brother's place and took him to hospital. And it was totally lie. It was totally lie and a fabricated story. The police commander is totally hypocrite. He's a liar. He's been bought by the current and by the incumbent MC. He's been silent by the incumbent MC. And we will demonstrate. We will use our blood and demonstrate for our brother, Kaka. Because Kaka is fighting for the nation. Kaka is fighting for the country. Kaka is fighting for the development of this community. Kaka is fighting for the development of this country. Why do you kill him? Why will you have to kill him? Why will you have to kill him? You police commander, you claim that you took Kaka on Saturday, and it is true that on Saturday you wasn't around. Saturday morning, the police commander was in Kumasi. He's telling lies. We took our brother to hospital. They even deny us police report. The police deny us police report. So from morning 7 o'clock till evening 5 o'clock, then the youth decided to go to follow up at the police station. We went there in numbers. Then they decided no. The way they saw the crowd and the population of the youth, they decided to follow us to our brother's place. From in the morning 7 o'clock till evening 5 o'clock. Why?
The right eye got fractured in addition to maybe the lower tibia and fibula. That's the right legs. They all got fractured. You can see a lot of swelling there. That is a lot of hematoma collection, losing a lot of blood, sweating profusely. You're also entering into shock. But we are actively managing. With blood transfusion, we hope it should be stable for further management, possibly. If it's better.
Would you say that all these injuries are linked to shooting?
Oh, they are gunshot injuries. So led to it's because of the shooting. So that's it.
Currently, what is your challenge in managing?
Challenge, you can see the room is all crowded.
Okay, and near a course so I'm sure my bush phone be mabunu be na fe Dr. Penia or a drug government hospital. And what they say one more Casano. Inti Erastus, as and watching the before BNC Ewedra aside court, your call was the Asokwa magistrate court, no Erastus.
Many abrabim.
Not me, bisa say, until say, or your court, Ewa Sokano, be before BNC Ewedra, I can say there, as of Jeho.
Oh, to say there, be before NC, na and penny for Dodona, na Abepim. Or why? Or more has a assumption a better now. wohwɛ interviews no akyiri no a zongo ahemfo no dodoɔ na bam ka kyerɛ mmeranteɛ no sɛ ɔmo nka ɔmo akoma nto ɔmo yam wohwɛ obi te sɛ Umar Al-Hassan Alhaji Umar Al-Hassan a ɔno yɛ adwira Dagomba chief Dagomba for hene ɔno ne nana ɛne Muntala Muhammad a yɛtu ne tuo no ɔno ɛbaa mu no nea no ɔka ne sɛ ne nana ka ho ɛnso so obiara nka na koma nto ne yɛ ma obiara nkɔ abɔnten nkɔyɛ dede nkɔyɛ biribiara yɛma asomdwe mmra hɔ nti Muslimi mpanyinfoɔ ne zongo ahemfo no dodoɔ na ɛbaa mu aso wohwɛ a politicians yi so baa mu a ebinom a wɔn nyinaa kasa kyerɛ mmeranteɛ ntumi na ɔkasa yi deɛ dwa ayɛ bɔkɔɔ.
Okay. Eraso sasare don koma me enda wase na fe yemfa ensi ha kwasi.
Yeah, address them actually said but you bomb at the end of the day. Said yet to me actually suspect no. Mo ye di o makogina court no nneema be ko na ebusuafo boato mo ye.
Yeah, I'm saying nipa ya the accused persons Fuseni Al-Hassan and afi Ibrahim Isaka on your friend Anyas and afi Idi Muhammad.
Yeah.
Omo na ye di o makogina Asokwa district court ma asem no ashase.
Well, obviously, about 22 minutes after I was joining Adom TV and I watched Jumedi. I be kwa humano sonafe or him interior echo court. Edin Semnechi no aboya mania or him or seven come watching. Hello, I hear me. Great. It is a BB Abokwana pay. Right. Yeah, nobody I say. Or him ona oko courts. Moko courts and then a course.
Meda say any breeding kaya yenya konya ete kwaya nam so a Ibrahim Muhammad ye friend say kaka ifimu. Isanse Brucifor Ofo Ebigina Portra, or more a camp fire Namswa, Ura Ibrahim Mohammed, New Go actually any permanent few more away Girano, or they at once some at Tuya. Now, Quaduboni, a young chief superintendent, Kofi Blackwichi, ya or no so a year as Santimantum Procipenia, or no Elwanda a Brucifor. Can say or yeah principal lawyer and a casaye ewo portua na a worship fear and do a boahi at Nabimu awas by district court. Na oche muse bosumi insiane that also ununsia bese anopa donko abapa meteor yasa na Ibrahim Muhammad ya prince kakay of free abonti befi na waka kuma bi se over fie no na nipa biensa Fuseni Alasa oye bucha na afi Ibrahim Isaka ya tafer se Anyas oton ticket ani Idi Muhammad ya ononso na hontedi eye tuboros ononso eye tumfo anase blacksmith omo eto share no so edi normal na e o say dangerous implements edi bo na tiko ombota ye pa na se eho ene na hia wo mu ombo bo no ama no ye mre empo ebra o ye mre na otwahwe ye woto biti no atoba ha no na wontumi nkasa no impai enya no omko so a ebo no mse wo mo bodobre omo edwane eja no enu achi ansana nipa domfo bi ekohu no fa no edene ko adwira aban ayaresabia na free adwira aban ayaresabia no a doctor for ko achiri say e fa no ko konfanoche aban ayaresabia enuti omo de ne ko konfanoche aban ayaresabia na musumi insiane de to so you no Nnawotwi ejesa wo hwa ne nansa so prepe ebra na abo ahimache donko akwa meet kebianan na Ibrahim Muhammad Kaka ifri mu e konfanoche aban ayaresabia esenti Koduboni, a chief superintendent, Blackwood, editor, reports every year for you say, it's answer Fina Brucey for Asha will be more away and I say. Now, what did as one say, which me actually Nipabia, one with the bar, no, I was as a Wintino, and Capoto, no, and Yuntum. Now, one far any baby, me and son, and Koto, a Brucey for Kumu, I can't say police custody, instead of a year, obey me, I usually more Africa, Siasia. Then Nipabia, one more chat fan. Track was I would mono, but me, Edoma Babijana, and Bra. As also, and I have worship a fear a Dubois, so I get to Mose, young Fanny Pami and say, and go see a prison for now. Most me, I wanted that also you not be in the soil, or some for more Ebijana, whatever your phone in view. Sadianka, ye didn't say, I sent me to say, you know, if you whatever your former. And if Adom and the butching Abokli, Abokrada, Apakujina court is so much, and not the other day, and to say, so we share court to feel while the pie for Bono, Pakasian one, Naye, some trouble, and now a person for any court, you may find no more, or more, and Nipa and a war court Bono, men whom baby that said, Nipa me and say, a year, Fuseni, Alasa. Ibrahim Isaka and Afi Idi Mohammed Abusian Fubi or Manas Wachita Fubi or Obobo Dompim or Asoka District Court for Lemono, Ipami and Saint Ipakumi and Saint Enana Ewo Honoma and Rano, a quarter of your 4 a share, and more decided Ipami and Saint Epo Akrosipo, Musabaya, Akrosipo Yushimo or Moyano, Obetimi Akusiasi, and to be sad, not said there was some Sierra.
Right, and the crack master now back on you bet me your background kakra about nipa miensen ya yesusu so mo na ku kakai.
If I talk about sisu bi o say etukwa man to kasa.
Right, na me bisa say obetimi my background kakra. Mrantie miensen ya yesusu so mo na je kaka. Kwa fi ni nsem no ade a ye ni mo wo krom ho omo fi ba bi na be ye omo ye hwan mo
no kredi asa mane ba prosi koduboni ade beto port am ya fu ani mo no ba bi ye ni ho a wo kire se omo ye ahokwo anase omo ye kroma fo omo tie adwira nanso akire no me brebe maso ase no na echese sani pamiensa Fuseni Alasa afi Ibrahim Isaka na Idi Mohammed nyina no eya adehia wono wo adwira secheduma se propon mu omunye nipa bia omu ye akokwa omu free baby ene ba ho na mpokra no ye metiye ene se nipa miensa no mu no baako eye Idi Mohammed a born in say Chobros no Brantie Ibrahim Mohammed Kaka or no one kasa ni nua epeni na nwa wo kan nipa miensa e do mo begina court of your for any then so wo hwe koduboni din sama wo de to court of your for any mu a wan kan ba bia e wo ni kasa mu say omugun ba ko ananse asmesi ananse obentin Ibrahim Mohammed Kaka ni nua ananse ne kusua ni nebo no mi ankasa na me brebe masase ani nipa bia won mo edim sa nipa miensen edin kita ho no mo kire se o ba kokra ni nua prostifo akire no ade ho so bo no na SMP no ano maka na akire nanso esa se sansem no abepie court nti no nya de a mensem tiro ni amedi asem na akire betumi aka ho asem ye hwese aprosifo hwehwemu a wo mo ye ani sere Yame ya Adom na was me, Kita was supposed to make that also you know through your quarter, ye could go for the bit to Piano. And no, any Becca, Ama, sign at ye. It's an simply no about a nipa piano, a Kamasama, Nina, and a papa, say, I quarter down abu.
I remember that was it. Why, sir, where to me a champ for you natural, which are for a court correspondent or him, your copy, Moasqua, Magistrate Court, indeed. So yeah, and the cost of court, you know.
Yeah, I'm say yeah, set case, you know, as exactly. And it's my prayer, say na justice, because that's what the family
Exactly.
want. Bushafo no yomo hwehwe sisi a and say one binya attentrene e de ama oma de hye no a womo afri mu no. This is just for kaka.
Mpempi no ya na ye ka attention no be said ye be ya e be contem. Cases be breba obon se court na court ye be kosa so ye hunu. Be kai denchra boase. The late Major Mahama, as any case now consistent, still like what court anyway.
So yanko back duty bearers, one more echo Ashanti Regional Minister, Ekasai, also Interior Minister, so Ekasai, yanko nkuti na yeba abeshen komo twetwe no ase.
Station ni de no. Ono omampani abedi akiri ebama cement Maako apem. National Security Ministry no omo so bambo ho nsem ne hia omo pese bambo be kosoro e wo Ghana mem ha afana nyina ti so ono so ne nira aba no say ono be ma cement bag apem ana 1000 bag ono so entimi hwe na ono so nda na chi e manura enti ono nso beta ni wura achi 500 bags bag ahanum na ne krakra no omampani abedi akire se ode cement ya mawi ebi ebeduru ba bi na wohia anwa ebi a wo mokra abekọ ensu abetwa blocks mesinfo ebe hyehye eno nso ontimi meka ne nyina anya wo nko awoka enti wa maun enkane sika no ansana omampani je yikufo edi Ghana sika fufuri ebeba no eno 500 million eye ne sika 50,000 Ghana cedis edi nana diaka no eye military detachment ne die Minua Penny, Minister for National Security, Honorable Kandapa Ewaha, to acquire one in Nua, on also Minister of Defense, so Ebedin Komo, Netrino, Obeti, or Monka.
Be taken by the Security Operatives. And let me remind you, Article 202 says that the IGP is in charge of operational matters. It's not for me, the minister, to decide it. It's for them to decide it. But we are telling the police, you decide it due regard to the fundamental human rights of the people, and if you ever pick them, don't refuse them bail as a policy. Don't keep them beyond 48 hours without going to court. And everybody is presumed innocent until this. So we are interested in whoever they said is fixed, because that name that I've heard, that's the first time I heard it. And they say it's fixed. Don't also let us allow criminals to get away, because while we are supposed to be pursuing them, we are engaging in this argument about this. Whoever it is who attacked that person, it was a criminal act. We condemn it. Government does not support illegal criminal acts at all. What am I doing about it? I'm making sure that the police follow up. That's why I told you that the first thing I got, I sent to the police and said one. And the police said, look, I've seen your thing. Where is it? Where is the hospital? I said, go ahead and find it out. We are interested, and I'm condemning. I don't know his state. He's passed on?
Yeah, he's passed on. He's dead.
Look, I want to actually extend my condolences to the families and to ask all those who have information about what exactly to come forward. And I'm assured.
As a political party, we are completely appalled and disgusted at what happened in the draft a few days ago. The state-sponsored killing of innocent young men of this town by the military is not only reprehensible and condemnable, but it is barbaric, it is evil, and it is an issue that has eroded totally eroded the confidence that many citizens have in our security agencies. We condemn it in no uncertain terms, and we are here demanding for justice.
That's right.
Justice to appease the souls of those who have been murdered and their families.
That's right.
Justice to appease the souls and the families of those who have been injured.
Yes.
And we are demanding that first and foremost, those who murdered Ibrahim Mohammed, aka Kaka, are immediately put before a court of competent jurisdiction, prosecuted, convicted, and punished in accordance with law. And so we are saying that apart from dealing with the killers, the municipal chief executive whose bodyguards committed that murder, and the municipal chief executive who is the same person who deployed the military to attack young peaceful protesters, military men who squatted, aimed, and shot at unarmed, harmless, retreating protesters. That municipal chief executive officer cannot continue to be in office. And it is important that with immediate effect, he is dismissed from office, arrested, and prosecuted. Aside that, the police commander for Edra, the military commander who was responsible for the mindless deployment that caused the death of Nasiru and Mohammed Mutala, must be immediately interdicted, prosecuted, and punished in accordance with law. Right. People cannot hide behind the uniforms they are wearing to commit crimes and get away with that. And per information we are gathering on the ground, we understand that the military officers who shot into the crowd and killed Mutala and Abdul Nasiru were not the regular military officers we know.
No.
These are bearded, earring military officers who we believe are vigilante elements of the New Patriotic Party who have been integrated into the military force. They are the same people who committed atrocities we all saw during the Ayawaso West Wagon by-election.
I mean, it was needless to use live ammunition. I saw in those videos crowd control vehicles such as the water cannons. And so why they didn't use the water cannons to disperse the crowd, but chose to fire directly into the crowd, clearly makes me very confused. And so there has to be an inquiry. And unlike the Techiman incident, which for now hasn't yielded anything by way of investigation and finding people culpable, we hope that this time around, the investigations will result in the punishment of the officers involved. But the bottom line is the attempt to suppress the fundamental rights of the people to demonstrate. That is what has resulted in this massacre. The member for Ejura has written a statement which would be taken on the floor. The statement has been admitted. My position is that once that statement is before the floor, we would make contributions to the statement. If I'm given the opportunity, I'd ask Mr. Speaker to institute a parliamentary inquiry into the matter. And it's my hope and prayer that the Speaker would grant our request, which would flow naturally from the statement that would be taken by the member for Ejura. If that happens, I think that we would be able to exercise our oversight mandate in a more constructive manner. If we leave this for the state security apparatus to investigate, in a way it would appear as if Parliament is derelict. I don't want it to look like we don't have what it takes to launch independent investigations.
With the way the military handled the situation, they did not handle the situation professionally. And whoever is in charge of the soldiers at Ejura should call them to order, should call them to order as to how they manage to quell the demonstrations. Because I mean, we don't fire live bullets into the crowd. There's a situation at hand. You don't go to create another situation to Adam. We are grappling with the death of Kaka. Why go right now as we are speaking? About 2 people have died, and then several others have sustained various degrees of injury. This is uncalled for. This is uncalled for. I condemn the act of the military. They should act professionally. They should act professionally. We beg them. And then, much as I'm also talking to the military, I would like to urge the youth that at least everybody should exercise restraint. And then once the culprits, some people have been arrested, and leave the rest to the law enforcement agencies to handle. I plead with everybody in the draft, everybody in the draft to exercise restraint. All the leaders, the traditional leaders, the Muslim, the churches, everybody should come out and plead with the youth. Everybody should retire to their various homes and ensure that at least there's peace in the draft. Otherwise, we are going to add up the already bad situation.
Okay, eti penifo a womo call adwira ho na wote say womo de omanu bisem tudwa no, and then we came into parliament ebitie mashebejafo no so womo adwenkyere e woni akoso e wa adwira, but yemfa nkomo no embra studio ora Deep Sani abeka ye ho e wa ha oye executive director Center for Human Security and Peace Building abeka en sawa ha ye no e betwetwenko ora Sani akwa babio. Looks like by 2 weeks need there. Wajuma no asori papa.
Easy because 6 a.m. radio stations, of course, start coming, and usually lasted from 6 to 10 morning shows. No, then any 12 midday. After your media houses are news at 1, then 5, then 6, dear master. And easy.
Wow. And then you marry so some political shows near there.
Exactly. Yeah. Late shows be. So sometimes me drew if be like 11 and 12 midnight. And easy.
But you course so a drano ote kakani wono. And so Monday or free muna Tuesday no. Did you really see this coming near a course?
Obviously, 100%. No denying that fact. And we because I would have expected, say, the fact that there were NIB officers, National Intelligence Bureau, in every single metropolitan, municipal, and district assembly area, mobile gather intelligence. Apart from that, there were RECSEC, MUSEC, then there were police intelligence and so. And use our DBA friend of early warning signs to preempt, say, the way there's likely to be trouble. And so early warning mechanism has been developed even at the continental level. AU early warning mechanism are developing and using for the first time in Kenya prior to 2007 elections. At the subcontinental level, ECOWAS, will be. And at the very localized level, Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, ONEP, and so many others, or more. And that mechanism has been used by intelligence gatherers. You see, one of the major issues, the fact that after the killing of Kaka, police were and I think there was incessant calls upon calls by not just family of Kaka, but community on the police to ensure say justice beba. Unfortunately, nobody paid attention. No more complaining, and nami were information from the ground that points to rising tension, especially within Zongo media, because Kaka no be a very popular figure, and Sa police inaction one of the reasons why the people felt that they take action. Wesu is coupled by past events. So I win. At the height of the election, some people were killed. Madam Fupa, to Nnawotwi Aplikuma. Now our Rich Hospital, I think for some few days over here. And meaning the family still almost station, police station. Nobody pays attention to them. But it's a foolish case, you know. So the people in the jury almost feel say they be can take action a better to say past crimes that goes unpunished. And almost say they be let's take action. So almost see no they blocked the roads, okay, and protested. Unfortunately, security services no almost among manages issue no year and escalated. Then in the end, more people were killed.
Okay, so from where you sit now, okay, intelligence gathering. That na branch any free munano. Then necessary security agencies no one more area. How proactive should they have been? Rasa?
Very, very smart question. Na ni busia no more dimbi. I think some 3-4 names. I almost see these people killed him. So I would have expected.
In fact, me Anyas no and one Afoko. Yes, I heard these
exactly,
two names. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, almost see sa di a almost friend connected to a more powerful force. So I would have expected say police immediately almost spring into action. Invite potential suspects, interview them and get to know the facts. But it looked more like because of our political forces, police now we are very nonchalant. Now we are very indifferent to what is going on. All right. So that's one. Secondly, let me just say at least security arrangement were approach family and our community more imams and let them understand say hey we are deeply committed to ensuring say moving justice. So give us time to work. Unfortunately, Obia one corner. Nobody wanted to be part of Adia Ecoson.
So between Saturday now, Saturday prior to Monday now.
Very simple, very straightforward. But not tensions arising. But I mean, I'm shocked, sir. The security services couldn't determine, sir, situation might escalate. Okay, unfortunately, and the people felt that we have to come out and use some level of force.
I mean, it's strange. And then on the D-Day, Dana you could see now, the approach as security agencies, AUC, not police for not military for wasn't necessary. Say they involve the military in this.
Absolutely not, because usually we police crowd control. Because there were 2 units, rapid deployment force, omni formed police unit, trained almost specifically like for crowd control. And usually, invite a soldier for when the situation becomes fluid to the extent say to main control. Then they invite the military to complement their omobeye. But Oju protest sites there were a standardized operational procedure The first thing is to make a conscious attempt to establish a communication channel with protest leaders, and try to reach a level-headed solution to the Adia Ekoso. However, depending on the situation, the context, the mood of protesters, the normal be brave, and you are forced to use force. There were different types of force, which we are using pepper spray,
rubber bullets,
even rubber bullets. Like it's part of the last resort. Okay. There were batons, which we are using shields, even tear gas, any water cannon. Okay. Unfortunately, the thing is, last resort, the use of live ammunition.
Okay. So at what point? And resorted to live ammunition.
Very intelligent question. At that point, that the security and the commanding officer feels say the actions of protesters were direct safety and security implication on the lives of not just officers but innocent people around. Based on empirical facts, not exaggerated threats. Because obi kita almost see fine no mu kita what do we call it, knives, sikai, okay. But obi kita sikai na fine danger, But obi kita sikan over like 1 kilometer away from
before
you.
Before the sikan about
200 kilometers away from you.
I mean,
even though our sikan, which is a dangerous weapon, but considering the proximity, posing a direct threat to security. So I say, unfortunately, Omu uses star claws, as holding offensive weapons, okay, to inflict the damage. And sir, use of live ammunition, no, and last resort when you have no option. Unfortunately, CJ, and omu first resort.
In fact, videos
exactly at the point of arrival.
You know, India
at the point of arrival, omu use live bullets. Straight up. Actually, me video for the first time, I was convinced that maybe I was in a state of denial. Me see Debbie, we end to me near live bullets because you're insane, like end to me near possible. Besides, the way I almost do it, you see, you were a science to a tool, okay? Bullet, it travels at a certain velocity. So, ukita it will say, maybe before that, there were 2 ways you able to me my warning shots. Either you able to into the sky and into the ground, okay? But ukita it will say like 20 degrees, 30 degrees angle. Maybe it requires to fire above the heads. The idea is to endanger the lives of other persons to do with the demonstrators because it travels bullet, it travels at a certain velocity. So we say it would go and hit someone on a story building or someone somewhere minding his own business. Okay. So usually prescribed method to hold it at a 90 degrees angle and an 80 degrees angle. So that bullet, a course through it loses its velocity and it falls back. Okay, and if it falls back, even a car opia, a bemano minor bends because a hot metal no more a dangerous projectile. Unfortunately, the way our year was quite different. Apart from that, Ibimusu were pointing directly at the people. And according to a Ejura government hospital, almost sources, one of the persons who was killed, Omu Tunetuo Wonichi.
You can imagine.
So obviously, Sani Pano not all retreating.
Oh, Gani.
Yeah. Secondly, another person, Omu Tunu, direct into the chest. But Anka, you see, Utu Etua, you were there for a recall action. Utu Nusia, a kosi. Because you were recall, because Etua bullet, a gunpowder. So that noise you hear, pow, gases escaping from the shell. All right. So utua, are there a frame hammer? So a bob bullet in each, it explodes the gas that propels the projectile out. So sound noise, and your bullet, a gas is just escaping.
Okay.
So utu sa gas, the strength of the gas, to me more recoil. So, all right. So, Utu Obi, maybe you intend going for the feet. To disable him. Maybe recall action, even though we are trained, we expect to say maybe many civilians recall action, no more. A bet to me, I recall, then hit the lower abdomen. But we quite obvious, they were targeted to make sure, they were killed because chest level there. Different, completely different from shooting in the feet.
Okay, and from where you said, who said, so the knee abukutoje, I take aim. Now fire into a crowd. I mean,
no person like completely. And there was a video. I think it was even on Joy Prime. Joy. Obi, one of the guys, was shot in the streets. So, I don't know why the media won't concern about that issue. Now, a broad daylight murder caught on tape. Because Saga, me analysis be Saga, me want a picture.
You mean not saying a Dradiano?
A Dradiano. Yeah, in the street,
we've shown that video. It's here.
So, Saga, Usha, or me want the other picture, me show to me. Show is our picture on live TV. Me making me comparisons with our picture after he was dead completely. Then I realized, no, he was the same person. Live on camera. And nobody's.
In fact, my reporter Erastus just said, no, the guy, no, and I'm one of the guys who was shot.
Okay.
Now he was in his company. Oh, no, come put an orchestra protesters, and they say, we join news for, we multimedia for, Timoma, Amonia Mojuma. And as at the time, now I'm a person who take cover. Me chair Erastus, and the camera guy, and then the driver. I'm a person who take cover. No, I'm about 4 Adom sign. He actually asked the guy, say, I'm on my own call. Okay. But guy no, a sign a cheat, and before he knew it, na bullet I then. I can't guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
for the man Pedu, for the man Pedu now, so. Yeah.
So quite unfortunate, and one of the major issues here, past crimes, punishing past crimes. Usually, Nema causes say there were 2 issues at stake. Usually, security services no, omo protecting omo boys for 2 major reasons. One, omo person omo preserve morale. Okay, maybe not wanting to easily give them out. Secondly, omo protecting omo reputation. But ASR, there were 2 major implications also. One, the officers feel says uniform no ema omo invincibility, ema omo immunity. We are bonibia, nobody would hold you to account. Okay. On the other hand, so it created discord between civilians, any security services, and they be say without civilians, meaning police, military, immigration, custom, without us, because most of intelligence are from civilian sources. So if you have a regime where the civilians don't trust, don't have confidence whatsoever in a Juma, there's bound to be rejection. Okay, cooperating with the security services, and they see you as outsiders rather than being part of them and representing interests. So they share their echoes to war. And yet the first time, I mean, because some time ago, now we were block factory or Tamale. So of military guys be blocks no for a private work. Okay. And later it turned out say blocks are omopeno na enyesa type no. So almost see pebium. Now we say okay, fine. Would the amount return blocks no? Mitonga mema omosika. A fair deal, Anna.
Yes.
So miton because I mean things sold out are not returnable. But me see, I will take it back, sell it, mema sika. Only for me to understand later say omo ba honum buga omo pipe omo abuse me workers. Then they carried away blocks using a military vehicle. And a theft. So me see that time na me wa Accra, na block factory no Tamale. So I asked one of my workers to go and lodge a complaint at the police station. So when it be, Oko reporting my police no. Police invited one of the security, one of the police, the military officers, right in front of crime officer no. He told my boy, we are lucky me power su with the kasana. And the police was, and that the guy was even harassing and intimidating him right in front of the police. That is when he realized, hey, baby, he should wait here. But that is where we come to
interested. I said, oh, Adom. Anyway, I was your Adom starting out in Kano. Well, what joining a high Adom TV? Nnawotwi and I will show we are live on Asempa 94.7. Yeah, another security analyst. Paul Boateng who are joining or predicting some of these violence, any clashes. Paul, what do you mean coming watching? Great, I hope to be able there. And see, what said the military no echo straight, Mobunko to get to you now. Do you feel say they were under the command, they said Mokope, shoot and kill?
Me feel say no and try na mwa kakra wo hwe video na idea mwa eno so kire training na ye de ma ye nkofo ye mrantewa no ba wa ye de on quantity every ho entino o sha ase Afghanistan kra nye sure say wo mu yes aho say nwa on send on kwan on fa so free
wɔn kaa anim wɔn hyɛ no ade a ɛyɛ tan na dabi amaka sɛ even sɛ yɛma wo command koraa na ɛduru baabi a wankasa no wohwɛ woyu so neɛ frɛ no discretional powers no sɛ wo discretion no sɛ na kyerɛ are you at risk or asɛ neɛ yɛde kyerɛkyerɛ wo sɛ bia wokɔ baabi na before sɛ obi start bi a firearm no ɛwɔ sɛ wohu sɛ ebi a wo life no ebi a obi bɛgye wo nkwa but sɛneɛ hwɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛhwɛ yɛ no a ɛne information a yɛnyɛ free yɛ sources a ne ɛwɔ hɔ no kyerɛ sɛ ankɔ yie koraa na famenka deɛ baako nso sɛ saa nneɛma no nyinaa sisi a wɔyɛ saa no ayɛ a moncheck wɔn background yɛnhwɛ educational level wobɛhwɛ no na ɔnni first degree koraa some of them so wɔn ba out a exuberance na a wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn de ba no sɛ yɛtraining wɔ a yɛde kɔ na yɛkɔ training sɛ nea ɔba bɛyɛ ɔsraani a yɛyi civilian life no esi wo mu so nti sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ no a wo no sometimes wɔn hu wɔn so wɔn yɛ civilians wɔn fi sɛ wɔn deɛ wɔn yɛ unique wɔn yɛ nkɔfoɔ a wɔn yɛ soronko nti wɔn ba ayɛ a obi wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn kyerɛ biribi kakra nti ne nyinaa nso ka ho na ɛba ne sɛ wɔn ti ɛba sɛ mmara no koraa yɛtumi wɔn de hyɛ wɔn nsam a wɔn yɛ nea ayɛ a wɔn fi sɛ ɛntwa yie.
Asemo, ma'am, o predicted some of these clashes. Any idea? What do you say? You be experiencing more, and I say we are by be who be my to me as well.
Oh, you be experiencing more. If you say sent any pa, any say your pa and quite because this particular one, a July may avoidable. Oh, medical can say. One handle issue ni. Na be a crank be a regional minister in a pound for the police command. One go district commander ni anka bananka wɔn kofi yama resign as ye you only ebi sɛ bambɔ nhyehyɛ na du baabi a yɛ common sense ana yɛde yɛ adwuma ifie nyansa aka to pa ohwɛ fan ɛkwan a clutch ne fa so a owuye no em sɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛ te sɛ nkɔfoɔ bi abɔ ne ntrɛne nti ɔbɔ ne ntrɛne ɔkɔ ɛkeka anasɛm no yɛma ne bambɔ ana si tu no fo sɛ bi a yɛsei ana toto nneɛma obi ama no saa akwanya no na owuiɛ no nso no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhu sɛ onipa a wɔtaa wɔwu no mmerantewa no bɛyɛ didi ɛfiri sɛ ɔyɛ obi a ɔka sɛm a ɛtɔɔ masom na ɔka nsɛm nso a community no ankasa nso no ɛyɛ affect community no ana woba social media nso a di mu ɔkasa na nkɔɔfoɔ ɛdi n'akyi enti enipa a wɔte saa no wɔwu saa ewuo no deɛ ɛkwan biara so no oye no kakra bɛba enti mu ɛwɔ sɛ nkɔmu tu anamɔn na nkɔhu abusua no ɛne youth no na bi a wɔn ama religious leader wɔ hɔ no chief imam kora wɔ hɔ no na wɔn ka wɔn ne sɛ wɔn nyinaa dodoɔ no ayɛ nkramofo na kɔ no kasa ɛtu wɔn ho fo sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a nea esi no ɛntra so but wei deɛ wɔn anyɛ ɛsi so ana wɔn yɛ nhwɛhan ma ɛkɔduru baabi a ɛkɔduru yɛ no na duru yɛ no nso yɛbusu yɛn ho sɛ na agye polisifoɔ ne nsɛm anaasɛ na nka wɔn bɛtumi asɔ no sɛ yɛpa bɛɛ na wɔn yɛɛyɛ a wɔn ntumi asɔ no a ɛgye wɔn nsɛm a wɔn frɛ militarifoɔ mɔm bɛɛ yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ militarifoɔ deɛ yɛantete wɔn sɛ wɔn mmara mɛ enforce law yɛn training military bia sɛ ɔno deɛ Omra no me control crowd. No. The training on say. Womra ye monte here, and said they will come and subdue the enemy of the state. And you know who is state or papon here. The near money is different from law enforcement agents now. You want. And you know, Argentina, Yantian Fanny, my parent, they could do, you could do say, soldier for them. Ɛhɔ no nso nyinaa na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyɛ nhwehwɛ mu ebusa wɔn a wɔn maa saa ɔda no na wɔn deploy military mu ɔmbaa yɛ ɛkɔwie saa nti no in short no nneɛma no nyinaa nkɔ yie wɔn afeeli Ghana.
Well, what predictions, you know, Bana Ebem, and I'll see a better experiencing more. You're watching out for which regions, which areas?
Sir, my cousin. Ansana ano beju kakra edwuma sem de ya tiene de edwuma sem ne factor ana etuo sem no enso wo ho etuosem no nso ewom ana kwan a ye bambofo no nso ene timemufo no edukuta no etosun kura enye ahụ ya fin sɛ bambɔfo no fin sɛ ɔmo na ɔmo akonya ɔmo wuti ɔmo uniform bi a ɔmo ne timemufo no kasa kora wogyina baabi a wɔso bɛfem ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo ba fam eduru baabi a wɔsɛ fam na wɔte timemufo no ase nea ɔmo nte aseɛ no etimi kyerɛ aseɛ sɛ nea ɛbɛyɛ a mo yɛ biribi a ɔmo mfa mu tirimuka na ɔmo bu mfom
Paul Boateng
wohwɛ mmerante wɔ ana
hello Paul
dodoɔ na ate fie
hello Paul
okay,
great. Pause kakrama me bebo video be di a share. Don't you think that sometimes young civilians so you provoke your security personnel too much. You share video way at Dental Ridge Junction and of course so well great. You be share video no na fe. You share kwanya yes so toda ye de your security personnel faso. But me beside that question you are trying to be a bit invasive. What pick some of the intelligence? What we predict others ninging them. Moving forward, you know. And him funny share na yen swano and at the end was here.
Moving forward, you know, we feel say it was here adopt intelligence-led security system. Send your beya your best niti tuning in age and I'm so any kwanya measures I did book when you know that's the first thing I was your friend here. Nothing so no bambo for no ne timemu for no kutamudi no your best send your beya a be improve because ubu sam land to one go na ebufushu bi wo mu emma bambo for no 2019 na your research says o ma am land to one inform asem no police for to me answer. But and you know, your research about what do we need cam now? I try to conduct surveys here on the baby because it's a relationship with the police. No, a couple on the Quran. And you will see a chef on them. Now, before enya, only to say where they are from. Nay, answer. Now, say, we are dear and now by justify the Bonina, why and my yet what did him because we say uniform, a one also having. And saying I won't be a graduate after incidents missing, you know. Regional police commander, press conference and Timemufuni be to you. Was I say nearby to us, and was I say, clutching out, and fact face the country in 7 baby. Meaning I and Yamabia, what did you see near and twas a banisa not fast. Did you war bamboo so air tossing? Say a former bamboo phone, a former omundin to my from no one ye. Then quiet is a connected now, Ubicon re better man. Maybe I say near the ye back at my business and near the careful to turn and no evidence not yet after any panadina coffee. A banisa and moi. And you know, relationship with the community members, you know, and no here power was almost tries on being improved. Now I'm going to check. Go be a honor, who knew send your way in Tiamra. Into one children, or because one year, obi ohonuma nimi akra kokon a wonu se e wo so okopata no on de ne dia se nimi ana wabo no de meba ababu bi wonu se tiamla enti nkyerɛkyerɛ ne ne koso a be mamlanto an bebre ehu eniema e wo so omo ye na omo aboa me aboban ya kone saa de a ebeto aso se ya sempa bia ntimi sama.
Right, Paul, General Homano Suma me na fe Yembra studio, but before then yen share video no na CJ this particular video at Dental Ridge Junction yeah. Oh yeah, police in here do fa kwan be say na okrete.
Definitely obeto em say video no enuanum kamfo a em say omokwa kosie obi.
Yes.
Na omudu traffic intersection ho no.
O say ya omo block traffic.
Na on say red light no omo fam. And there was a police officer just close by.
Yeah.
And I catch him so no red light. And I'm running to the motor so I'm see them. Now I wish police officer na pa.
Just like that.
Police officer no. Just like that.
On person mo be breaking law.
Intino. Omo bu no from we no to motor. And omo funu omo di twa mu koi.
But don't say I me intias yes obi ewu.
Anya so obi yare o
pentem de na kwese formana
anya so obi yare
na anya so obi yare nipa na wuye kwasie no enti ye pentem e wo say ye di motorbikes e di ambulance na ni me bi di akire ni e block traffic why
Robert, until we share some video, yeah. I mean, definitely, say police officer no say idea ukura etuo ana any other weapon on one. Nka beto ana nka bibi nka bibi fufuro bi na besi. Woni menya adwene sa Robert.
So ukura weapon kura na nka wanto anka e o se yi na bi. Make so nim na adwuma. Eniema say na we use force a me support. Na nya ni si wo adwira. Sa die na mlanto wa na ye no. Time na I don't know so washa I no more Ghana how. I don't know so washa. So who could see from what the ayash of the motors
no correct yeah. Yeah.
That's all breaking lawlessness. Na yadia look what now so nim say no more ye ni tiamra. I don't know so dia what in your mention.
It
was say police service no and a community members especially no,
but Robert, because I won't nima as a man on because you know, say Obi Ngui no that ambulance mo. Wouldn't say do red lighter, a so jina.
Stop. CJ. But I show. I don't know so what I share. So I baby Okada for in na. Opa could not traffic light to the assay a day. Natural normal for Okada riders are become almost a traffic or light are so red and as I should know. Yanti Americans answer. So when you pay piano, a bunny say no one to organize a dear workshop and a mamma at the Shabia on the tin, maybe as I often say, it would be Yanti or semi yeti. No, when you look when you say, ye the fool call Nasa di Disaba. Watumra.
No, but Robert Badomeba. Eti Ghana Hanina organizing workshops to a baby.
No,
you know, because of this nonsense.
CJ. The Biansi educated public. Some yes, of course, the police for Yawe, Yawe, send Kraha and Krahati through pass out in the Kosopa. One was on my better TV, so and one from radio to so much public says, I don't know, a lawless in the moment, and as omni, if you are in Yanum Club of West, I say, or moon to one to one professor. So what to be that they are medium in K. A police if one said, it is said, would you pay the man a pioneer, Uberboom Lasso? And to wonder was a woman who said, Ubum Lanoswa, and man or don't do us any ready. And to my woman, Tia said, Niamo Yen Tiamra. Mamunya be yan fanchamo. Next time I'm more than penny for no crowd catch them to one say, near more Pacoyeno, Munyan says any home formula. Greater Accra Casa, City Accra City and Casano. Sardine Cosos, where Diablo could be a what do a car with Diablo big on the pool, a cosso, near me whom you know, or poor driver city, or move packing motor by 2 rooms of Bono, and Siaga. Entina ya said yes a educated public no mo tia se say emla ne nya wo dia wo kosuefu na emla no nya wo dia na ya mo tia se ne mpanyimfo no so tia se no mo ka bi kire won sa lawlessness na e koso no ebe jai because e banisa yen ya fan say ye gya no yen kanofo no de bia na e te say yen de ye nyimna yen de ye tutrafo tutuafo yen de yen na so e ba ne sa enyi no education betimi aboa ama sa ne ma no enyina nye serious na wo se ye che wo mu nyina ni pakro na no oni ni funu ni ade ni nyina wo mu nyina wo se ye frɛ wo no ye hwehwɛ mu ye che wo na ye di unjina mra no na eye ahweso de etimi di ten ko for se ne omo nso mu ye biom because no koso wankana koso nkana koso ntimi se when they almost wrong meet, I was say you deal with them drastically. Robert, but seriously, I think it's high time we said it as it is. So if you trust some way, too much, and it looks like Muslims, you know that kind of thing. Nipana were free moon, and here Kwakosi, you know, and so the whole city should come to a standstill. No. Now the chief imam. Just imagine, yesterday we had to fly an over 100-year-old man to Adra to go and talk to the youth. You know, but
no, but in the first place, you know.
I mean,
now I was saying, the chief imam, don't we have regional chief imams? You need district chief imams. You know, at the internet was a fly chief imam. from Accra all the way to Ejira.
Just because
just because
a group of people being, I mean, for what?
Why?
The lawlessness in our Zongos is becoming too much.
No doubt about that. I mean,
it's becoming too much. I mean, let's say it as
recently. No, me as Zongoni, and I do recognize the issues within the Zongos. I mean, sometimes for taxi. Now, officer who call him for, we see who call Nima. Usually, taxi drivers or Mesa, recently me who be now you're driving around Fadama, or be parking the car in the middle of the road just to have a conversation. There was traffic. Beep, beep. No, now almost simple. They don't care. Okay.
Me producer champion. Now say in industrial area. You could see you. Kremofo ya omo could see you be. P ne kanum bang. Obi e no de motor digital so ya bema Sibra.
CJ Messi me akasa me be. Association International.
What kind of country are we
Association
building?
International. Sa airport traffic light no. Be line up. Obi bo me ke musa. And we are mammy warning wo parking on best be parking. O de obeti.
Oh, me side mirror. Oh, severally. Me side mirrors there several.
Why?
Because sometimes on there's great lock traffic. Only baby are over far whether to go right or to go left. Because baby are lucky, but they expect you. I don't know whether on fly, and I don't know what they expect. And even Enura, Anna, Jomini Obi, Akasa, na me say, even lately, Uko reported Obima police, na police Bissau, or Hifana or see, or Nima, or Mumpesa, or Munko. You see, there were new operations, maybe to clamp down on the use of motor riding without registration and now with helmets. But so I think there's a cycle of impunity, okay?
Absolutely,
lawlessness,
absolutely.
And when you know, say a thing, because recently even Nami were one of the Zongo station. Let me see sometimes your attitude there, say a thing. So because maybe not necessarily Zongo for but the actions of
there are some elements. There are some elements
lawless elements. So we're about
education. Education. I mean, for what? How long have we been living in Ghana here?
I think it's about making sure, we enforce the laws up to the latter. We enforce as simple as that. I think, one or two persons have been arrested and put behind bars. Sanu ever survey as a disincentive to people who feel, Ghana, a banana republic, they can decide to do just anything and get away with it. Unfortunately, to say a law, we pick and choose. I mean, we know where to implement or enforce the law and where not to enforce the law. But the level of indiscipline is just too much.
Because we say, oh yeah, Zongo boy. I mean, me dem atinem few days. Me share that now. Is it a norm, a part of my custom say? So we know that number of motorbikes ND anymore now. It's a
how did it even start?
No. Usually, you see, there's nothing wrong with riding a motorbike. So far as who papers, who share helmet, and this idea. And there's nothing wrong with coming to bid farewell and a goodbye to Obia or someone who inspires you. Media, my issue is not with motorbikes, no. Okay, my issue with the infringement of traffic laws. And then the issue. And most of them, like majority, or more motorbikes, no, without helmets. No registration whatsoever.
There's no
justification whatsoever.
Just this week, Airport Residential. So I Association International traffic light.
I don't want them to make it.
I mean, red light I saw. One more day, convoy inside. And there was a policeman right there. And there was a policeman right there.
So, I think we need to approach this issue strategically because a very improbable. Maybe police swoop because also, and that can be catastrophic because it might resort to violent means and perhaps affect other persons to do with whatever is going on. I think you bet me surgical, okay, identify those ringleaders and at our appropriate time you better arrest them and these are your offenses for breaking the rules. So I think we need to be strategic about this So yeah, a violent, you know, skirmish affecting other people who really don't have anything to go to do with what is happening. So I think say you know surgically target maybe some leaders, some ringleaders, then at the appropriate time, because you see Uber arrest will be timing is of the essence. And then sometimes Uber arrest will be in a very turbulent and stable area. Uber call like 3 a.m. and now 4 a.m. So I think we need to send a clear signal. If not, a bit continue. And I don't blame them as much as me blame police. Yeah, Allah will issue way to
it has become a norm.
It has become a norm. It has become a culture. They feel it is normal. So sometimes even if you are
when you go to the fishing communities, Choko, Bukom, Jamestown, Obiwa, the speakers as see a cast, exactly. Broad daylight. Now you display near there.
You know. I mean, quite unfortunate because we seem to be glorifying illegality. And
Nnawotwi, Kofi, you share what the no, nafi, you inquire him. The course of what I'm saying, it's something that needs to be addressed. But you entire homra, you ba. Afi, we zoom into the war conversation. Nafi, you Honorable Baba Jamal. And so atwetwe and common Nnawotwi so the chief jury force and me kwesi asempa and edu dwumadi hu chiame ye basisia. Right, I'm akwa baby Nnawotwi dwumadi so ni live on Adom TV and asempa 94.7 FM. I feel no join here me that say there are lots of your Facebook comments here. Ye be Jim Rena fe akenkan the amount ma mene the Honorable Baba Jamal and twetwe and common contribution, a little bit of contribution for and common yeah twetwe a former member of parliament for the Akwatia constituency. Honorable, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
About a pomba kode.
Mo to say.
Yeah, ho ye e fe na ya fe wo dwumadi so em say dwumadi de no a ene sha ase but you hu acha kakra.
Mebo mo nya ba enche.
But now our contribution on na twetwe nkomo. What has become a norm? Say obi frim e wo zongo ana say bekraboni bi frimu na ye kwa kosie no a moto a esaso car this for convoy total disregard for traffic regulation a norm. Your contribution, Honorable.
Yeah, me na me kan me da me chiefo as anopay. Upisa question be no kwan tutu ni say me mra na me man be eche ni be ase upisa say ubi wo a ba fox ni pa be di eche be na nkremu no de papa timi
mitio
nkremu no so ubi wo a de papa so nipa as many as possible be di na chi akwakosie no. In fact Nkebo emrem no Commissioner Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam o maya tiache so ni pewu na yenya atrenefo eduanan jenechi ye owu asore manwa ibako no obekọ heaven yenya atrenefo eduanan etina nechi eye owu asore mana obekọ heaven enti se obi pewu na nkremofo be di etira ko emusiri nkaya de papa. Enti ne awasi a separate sad tradition zombe di chirakono any crime a binumunso committee any traffic life crime on because me criminals me hu sa na merawo ena de ye uhia nan crofo di moto ni na because one cry yes no said the omonti Islam ase because so what Islam ase no obi wu a wunye dede eninechi wunye bata eninechi enti se wo obi ko na wo drive a ye see obi ko wufu enu ko emusia ye mfa no nkoti enti dede akosi kwa se wo kwako bu obi wo kwako create problem ma obi na no enfa Islam kwanzo kra enu ye pure crime I would say Ghana police ese but one no enti so wo so obi the moto dienim or ya basa ebi me ya pimpo enu enne kremo enchicheye Islam etia za niema no Islam ma go find say obi wa yenye dede yemfa moto enwuri debi Islam ma ho kwa etiamra wo yesagrada ovuna wewunu na wo hano. But again among for what should the police do? Oh, one of the things that you lack in this country is prevention of crime or preventive strategies. So what must you can prevent crime before it happens. You can stop a crime before it happens. This is gradually becoming a norm in the Muslim communities, especially in Accra. Not only in Accra, over outside Accra, you see people try to do that. But it is very notorious in Accra. So what must say?
Yes.
I think what the police phone and say, from now, you say, a problem. No. Why don't we engage the community leaders? You see, let also not say that only Muslims who do that. No. We have places like Choco, Labadi,
Jamestown, Bukom.
They create a lot of inconvenience.
Yes. No correct.
So they are all crime. Let's see all those things as crime. So don't look at it as it's only the Tongo communities that create that. No, these are crime. All other, especially choked areas, you know, they create all those inconveniences.
Well, maybe honorable one, but we said that some of these fishing communities, you know, Bukom near broad daylight. Now, Master speakers, they are good castle. Now, Sekuta placards near there, creating a whole lot of inconvenience.
You have seen it in that broader light.
Yeah.
So what should the police be doing now? The police should be sending people to the communities to engage the community leaders. For example, say police for any Nima and a Mamobi and even Fadama. How many community leaders will try to say, oh, you want to say the way a be community no. 18 years some moon to Munquadano for say almost fine. We cry request for police escort. And I'm a boy. So if you are normally no, I have no for some traffic one client in a block. So what man say? And then a mom maybe be a motor him. And can we say okay? We can even give them police motor key. So what man say?
Okay.
To lead the traffic to solve the problem. I'm just suggesting. And I'm paying one respect the traffic light. Respect on creating convenience for others. So all this identity ambulance, your man siren. So but some of them, I had one of the police the crime analysts say some of them don't know that they are even committing a crime. And you didn't agree with him. In fact, it is true. Some people don't even know what they are doing is a crime. They think, sir, they have a way to traffic him, for that matter, they must take him. I said, you don't know that. In our tradition, everything should stop for that. One day off, Ghana, maybe 1 month or 1 month, also
yeah.
So but it doesn't happen in other countries. In Ghana, our way of treating the dead is different. So it is for the police, and I want to encourage the police to do this, and it is very important. Let them start engaging the leadership of the various places they see that we know are too notorious. For example, Dima. For example, Mamubi. For example, Newtown. Let's start engaging the leadership. Go to Choco, meet with the leadership, especially the traditional heads. And this is something we can do very easy. That will prevent a lot of crime. A man crime will be NC in the future. So what must you say? The statistics say, near Coco communities, no, yet one more casa, you educate them. Say, Master, you can't do this. You can't take the law into your hands. Won't you be necessary? That's what we win. Now, say,
But honorable, so Shani see what Madina Race Junction. Go fi no to some me. I know na me pesa
very bad.
Yes. Shani see what Madina Race Junction.
Very bad. So what must you?
Me too.
And you're very, very bad. And those people who did that must be called to book. It is not right for them to do that. And it is not Islam. So be a word that came. No, say, Adentia, Ebia or stop, say, Mambriki and Mranti. That is not acceptable in Islam. Islam on Islam on Makukwai. But we now, when American say, it is that culture of impunity. Our system, we should find a way of resolving it. And I'm telling you that one of the show where I'll be me, and you see, maybe who say, and it's a community engagement. But when you say Ghana, and your community engagement is very, very low. So what matter? In fact, sometimes we are non-existent. Police are fighting on community more. Woman take you one day. Ako share him for. Ako share krum one penny for say. Say mamu nyeti. Say nye. Muye share the problem baba. Muye share the problem ba. Mi humba ko krum ye friend takras. Say me. Ewo akotia constituency. Policeman yedna ba takras krum fufro as commander. Ye kwe ye bi oho. Me ami youth organizer kwa me binta. Ne ma mi ne wu ni me call e yira se. And I say, oh, a commander from Mondinaba. And to buy no big dinner, and no catch a man for the Slamo, sound no smart neck and will be unchecked. Mammy and ZBA, will be a bay. Oh, that is community engagement. And I'm a
yes.
Police commander, Nankasa, dinner bedroom, Makasano. Next time will be a grandmother or catch on Shanus Makna. Who would say, policeman, I call here, they come in my man again. So I want to encourage police, crime prevention. It's better through community engagement. She said, let me say, let the police, for example, the divisional commander in Nima, Onshie Nima, Mamobi, Kotobabi, when Onshie our own friend leaders, especially imams, imams, they preaching topics on Fridays. So what must
yes.
Church leaders also they become church leaders say, Yakushia police commander or system unipo ye moto hey no and yanki and in Manchester more kwa muntu mubwazi. One crime never finding verses in the Quran and church and yomu yame a crime on But if you don't do that, now continue to say, oh, it's a crime. Let's catch them. No, my brother. How many people can you catch in a day? Intermediate message. I think that the only way to resolve this matter is through community engagement. I have seen it several times. Now, I am here because me a cremoni swat mass here. Intermediate who say never say it is here. I hope. Because it's a say in Uncle for him because name is typical zongo but so name me and I'm a boy. Hello.
Yeah, me wa.
Me a typical zongo boy and I won't be a free.
Minimpa.
Me nima na me nini ye. Me tina kwetia zongo. Nima na me be nini ye edni ye. I'm a typical zongo boy. It is the me who say never say it is zongo. I haven't.
Okay, but honorable, only me nyadwene say. So bibi say here, for instance, me see where dre. It's an opportunity for more politicians, to educate your people. So be what and you say but rather, you go there and you want to make a political capital out of near air course no. Honorable.
When you people continue blaming politicians for things that happen at home, they be asked because Timmy Kaka, he died as a result of politics. Timmy,
me too.
I hope you know the reason why he was attacked. Who the
yes.
Or no, typically, or your MPP. And what follow out with MPP. And all your social media engagement against the sitting MC and in Aban. And MC, then call for a coaching Abunekunu. Because it has been nipa me and arrest me na mu mienu ye direct in the bodyguards and I'm a boy.
No, but honorable, we can't conclude say MC in for not until court.
The MC himself, the MC himself on tape admitted say in Crawford you know only more and in Crawford.
Because I'm
not familiar with the names, but he agreed with the media.
So I'm here direct in Crawford.
Anyway, sir, MC now admit it on tape.
I'm building my basic.
Okay. Yeah.
Into what I'm saying is there will be nothing wrong with any politician going there to commensurate with them to show his condolences. And you would blame politicians who pay over them. What you should be talking about is that is justice being made. Because see me, and immediately with swift intervention, and the police for arresting I'm telling you, Zabianka demonstration ban in Kema. You hear the preventive crime now make preventive crime now make and no. And immediately na kaka wuye no. In fact, the moment kaka wuye na na police for a skupu area no. And omutu chi nipa mienu miensa and 9 kro skupu wo mo a. Because also they wouldn't have been that problem. But onipewu 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Some people knew them or nothing is happening now. I'm telling you, sir, I bet you I know the man got that demonstration. So don't bring in politics at all. It's not about politicians here. It's about our own system. And we should blame all of ourselves there. Our system, the police system, is being too politicized. Those two people not going to is because they were affiliated to the MP. And that's why immediately they can catch you. And what I'm saying is that we must practice preventive crime. You more modern say, and you must say now, you're taking the right decision. Meaning, police for wage and communities are and from day one. The information came out there. They knew the people. Came here. From day one. They knew, sir, and when you win a quiet stadium. Until say, time you walk with or yari, your transport, and in the back, Kumase. Me, Nani and Chini Babaku. But what was the name demonstration way by no? Yachini Padu I call Akudina Court. So please, let's say, I am politicizing, but baby, politics, let's say it as a state.
Okay.
Me, I will say, I'll also go to a brand because in Krofuno, they are directed, related to me one way or the other. So what am I saying? And I would have loved to be in a draft to also commensurate with them. And to me, my advice to the police that it is time as it is what you preventive strategy. The first about this motorbike here, I'm telling you, because more in the future, because more and more motorbikes are being procured.
Okay.
And I'm a
no correct.
And then you more and use motor chromo. And let's start engaging the communities. Yenko imams Yenko are so for more communities no more. Yenko are him for war. I am telling you, sir. So Udma chief imam, Efre Nenkrofu ina ni imams na no the two judges from now. Obi wu ne kwa kotiena motorbike the bedie no mo bi break traffic light. Mo bi say munim the value which is placed on chief imam the statement. Munim send the value another
no correct.
And chief imam to make the community now. I am sure it will have an effect.
Okay.
But
okay.
Also, police in Baku, a big issue. And I'm next time maybe I'm not going police new. Maybe I'm not going even a more play cool. So let's prevent it now. But I want all of us to understand that crime is crime. It doesn't matter who is committing it. And I'm will be a committee there. Let's see it as a crime and resolve it. But it is about time police should do preventive crime management.
Okay.
That is better to better manage as
honorable my was na your fancy attack bear.
Allahu Akbar.
Honorable Baba Jamana meneno acheche enkomo. Adi, my listening to your fellow Zongo boy share his thoughts on Nkomaya Chuchumi saying. Adi.
Well, I'm fine. Community engagement, but it's not the most ideal solution to the question. I think a bit of this and a bit of that.
Okay, Mami announced me phone lines, no, not trust Mami. You can join the conversation. With me, a friend now, Udo Adventure, about 0302 211 70124. 0302 211 701 211 702 703 and 704. Police brutalities, military brutalities, mob action. I won't come on and pay. Any so enya ewo woman ya Bible ho ensem eso. Adib.
Yeah, so you're using a carrot and stick approach. Okay, at the same time, you're able to engage almost. So at least omu ye janaza prayers no enu na ye bomb pa bon before ye ko see sa anipa no.
Okay.
Omu be announce oh mu de ye kwa obey traffic rules, mu drew traffic points mu de mu ngina and all that. You bet me yes at the very community level so that they be engage imams no any madams no you know. But at the same time also you prosecute, you know, because one prosecutor, you know, people always feel say yeah you're favor by even obeying the traffic rules in the first place. But who prosecutor, then they would know say a civic responsibility on them to obey that traffic rule. Who really about Sanshu, the art of war.
Yeah.
Or see at the point now omu soldiers nyina omu wu ewo battle so oba omu kin so to speak omu nana honum. No, see, I need
Adi, my friend for the Edward Kasa Free Labadi. Edward, Akwaba, yentiu.
Yeah, morning, boss. Hello.
Yeah, yentiu, Edward.
I heard the Honorable Baba Jama, and I think I like the way he contributed to the program. But let me say, I'm also a motor rider. Most of these things usually don't come from just the motorbike riders. You know, let's take it that if it is somebody who is even sick, when somebody risks himself to let's say block a traffic, at least when there is no policeman there, let's say there's a traffic, an individual can even volunteer to control the traffic. Some of our brothers and sisters who are in the driver's will fail to, contribute to what the person is doing. How many minutes will these people even on the road if you allow them to just go? Even let's say they are blocking traffic from elsewhere. The ambulance himself has a siren. Even that one is also a questionable. It's also part of a questionable. The siren is also part of the rules of let's say DVLA or let's say driving rules or pedestrian rules. That when you hear a siren, there's a need for you to pave way. Be it a dead person or a sick person, or let's say something is happening. So if this siren is on and let's just permit them to pass. I'm not saying they are doing it right, but I'm also saying that if these things can be bad, some people can be so dirty that you permit these people to pass, and then they will not. Because these boys, most of them, if they are not drunk, they may be high up in some.
But Edward, that is not enough justification to break traffic regulations.
I said earlier on that it may not be right, but if we should add these considerations to it too, it will help us.
Okay, but as I'm call Bono East, Ebusam Wakaba, Udini Bio. MK.
That's right.
Okay, yentie opening.
Yo, in fact, me bomba basopa wo sa story ya wonde abai. Na adeba kwa mahuni se mestre Ghana for. Say obia ma yensan ko back our route. Ye hwa mmiri bi atuma na no me ni ho. Eni nipa bi o Ghana bia de ne ho ato politician bi so a wonim sa asem to na obeboa no. Ena e bi ewu sa adi wi ho. Ye nua no mama wi. Ma sa bibia no de se nipa nkon. But se nua no. In fact, politicians are man did more like a series. Somebody didn't do here. As some tour, Honorable say yes. I want you says the Nippon will win a pro prayer. The situation of the form. Now, I can't buy a man on Yadi, but my message is a gun for many in Now, you limit me as often on some. I'm funny preaching or must on them. Omo kasa nchire mabuna this time ye kwana no den.
Okay, me da say.
Num ka hu sa tramo ne sa dem no. Ono ne criticize adom e nyina. Edamas.
Me da say MK ma men ko bechem na men fa sana akwa ba yentie o.
Yo, me da say no pe. Am say the way am baba jama sika say no ene ne ya. Yen kom se niama yanya ne ayi se kamoni wu a ese se nipa dom wa obetumi bia wa hode bia ne se wutimi di akire na wokọ na mom to the extent say ye di motorbike ebe break rule of law there eno there because yen come say ni na ojeme di pa nti wa onya ade bia ebetia emra nti no sa eniema na ekoso oni ma ne the zongo communities no ye be pa because yeah omo ye the good Islam ho fi omo ye the good nkramosom ho fi nkramosom so ya sumdwesum so wo ba o de osom na nkasa din Islam na gina ho ma asumdwe din na nkasa gina ho ma asumdwe ti ye be sira omanfo ye be sira nkramofo ne omo tie sa amiri zongo communities ma sira mo man nkramosom ni din no ene ne honam ense na mo brutality ta ekoso o man ni mu ne de minia ye fa ni nyina mo ye politicians o mo o man ni.
Okay, me da say enko ye Stephen Walabadi Stephen Akwaba yentie o.
But me must have say police for no some way so mo hu ye ekoso no.
Hello?
Yes.
Me too.
Police for no ye ekoso no so mo hu. Enti no obi a wo ye obi a kan say odi law ana odi law ye adwuma na we hu so obi ya de enya one of say o ka kire wan say na modi law na ye adwuma omo ya we u go choka o metima block road omo ya we e won ye koso no se u ko no o de se obi ya de akoro ka kire ni say ni o ye ni nge o be hu ni o de be ye o enti omo ya we enti we nya de e be ka de bia other tribe be ya de enye we ni na nima police station so be esi.
Okay, mamenda wase na me kwakumfi Zakaria ewo ekumfi akwaba mayenti o Zakaria.
Yo ana pe mamin tinka min chamu na min cha ekumfi chairman awo ekumfi MPP aye mubalak Adam Kofi Kwansa min cha papa orgbo adwuma ewo ekumfi nti na ya tebe ya de channel so e de kan
ko asem so
pacho oye baba jama ka semi de MC no ho no nkofo miensa wa che no mienu woye MC no nkofo na ko de
okay ba me ko samba boy na nana mwako hello nana mwako te menka
meto ko pa ni kasie
good yentie o
ano fa nyame asu bi nka o
enka so yentie o
na yemo abasna adwuma so yemo o man Ghana because adwuma o yemo o man Ghana no ebo esu papa nyame hira o pa ni the ekofo a ene emaburu eni dide bia o police mu no police mu emu binu ma na wa kondo to omo a skenti omo ma embra anya adwuma o man hwese police fo aye beya anadwo a twam a traffic atia uja davana ese o hwe ne boot no o hwe boot o ya o da for ordinary side asha front to aba na je prohibition is na onya anako the that no man ma abonefo atwam na ometuo aboko na ekum kofo no yebetima chi won afi o man ni mana na say mpe police for say omunim criminal te wo man mu nyina o de be obi na ate and say for o man yi a yeba for ntuo police no mo ntuo be mo fo bi obi nyinam na e be chi obi so opani dema emra no enye
me da say
asem popota
me da say
yes na say ni ye e bata e hajun
me da say my family last caller inusa okumasi inusa oye ofrafo twa to yentie o. Okay, inusa antimi nyina so entimi for phobia ebio adib yes enti nanka yesanka hwe wa military for we no ko fi betimi dis video na to so na ye wrap up ya fa sa video no fa to so mame na menje quick reaction on what happened in wa military for I don't know I'm say mobile phone na ira na obi a wo kwan no so bia wo hwe nipa ya pack wo mo gatam na ye pejati na so to no ko ye pejati ya so I mean
CJ, the height of indiscipline, unprofessional conduct, and way my thoughts of, it brings back memories, bad memories of in Ghana at the time of the military regimes and when human rights were violated. We are very inconsistent with their democratic values and any very bad, perceptions about Ghana outside of the country, because it has made it to the international media. Just BBC, they were, discussing it. But as a result of past crimes that haven't been punished, it makes a lot more of these officers feel, say, once you wore uniform, you are invincible, or immunity, and you can do just anything and get away with it. Okay, so a lot more of these officers are more some motivation to go about, engaging in acts of recklessness, this acts of indiscipline. Because me whole video because you see them parade people in a gutter. One of the officers.
The military has come out with an apology. Military High Command, is that enough? I mean, is that enough?
Well, response it has been quick. It has been good. Okay, because already Speaker of Parliament, or say Defense and Interior Committee, almost conduct investigation, Head of Army, or and I think a lot more persons will be joining here. And go beyond the rhetoric, and go beyond the threats of making sure, say, they are punished. We need transparencies of the essence.
Okay.
We need to know what happens to them. And one of the first things is to civilianize them from the military completely and make sure, say, they are held to account for.
Just pass it out, crowd. Them 4 days. Can
you imagine?
I'm pass it out.
I mean, this is completely unacceptable, and these guys would have to be punished. And Bompire said they would really be punished, and we will be given the stiffest of all punishment to serve as a deterrent to other officers who feel once we were uniform, you can do just anything.
But I say, Ora Dipsani, as always, pleasure having him on my show. Our Executive Director, Center for Human Security and Peace Building. And meneno edi Jumain akwesi asempa be kam na hyene so nyame adoma adwuada on dwaso sem on Adom 106.3 FM bibi foforo kra na babisi meni menu akwesi asempa obeti enka ewo dwumadi no eso. So join us on Monday on Adom 106.3 FM. I mean that my production team ase headed by Kwesi Ampedura AC Ohene ene omom kan nyina me light me site Kofi Ampedu me na se wabo adwuma pa about ko Facebook na like me page Chief Jerry Forson on Facebook. Chief Jerry Forson, CJ on Facebook. Like my page. I'm free. The price for greatness is responsibility.